What if I told you Arthur Morgan never died? What if the greatest cowboy in gaming history faked his death, slipped into hiding, and his bloodline didn't just survive but it evolved? And what if I told you right now people are starting to believe that Jason from GTA 6 might be connected to Arthur himself? Sounds crazy, right? But the deeper you go, the more things start to make sense. This isn't just some wild fan theory, this is a look at what could be Rockstar's most genius narrative connection ever. Ladies and gentlemen, hey hi, how's it going on? Welcome to another deep dive theory, and today we are asking the ultimate question. What if Arthur Morgan survived Red Dead Redemption 2 and not only survived but built a legacy that somehow connects all the way to GTA 6? Let's start with what we know. Red Dead Redemption 2 ends with Arthur dying. That scene broke everyone. It was powerful, emotional, and it felt final. But let's be honest, we never see Arthur's dead body. We see him fall, we see the sunrise, and that's it. Rockstar left just enough room for doubt. And you know how they love doing that. Now fast forward 2 weeks ago, Rockstar drops the second trailer of GTA 6. People will go crazy, but there's one face that keeps popping up in the theories. Jason Duval. This guy's got a rugged vibe and calm but violent energy, and the way he carries himself feels familiar. And fans started pointing out immediately. He looks like Arthur Morgan! He even sounds like him! So here's the idea. What if Jason is a descendant of Arthur Morgan? A great-great-grandson or something? And if that's the case, what if Arthur didn't die? What if he escaped the mountaintop, left the outlaw life behind, and started the new one under a different name? Let's look at the logic behind this. First, Arthur was smart. He wasn't just muscle. He read, he journaled, he reflected on morality, loyalty, and freedom. Toward the ending of the game, especially if you played the game honorably, Arthur becomes deeply aware of his past mistakes. He wants redemption, just like Kratos. And you know what fits redemption better than dying? Living. Just like Kratos. Changing, just like Kratos. Starting over, just like Kratos. And there's precedent for this. Red Dead Redemption 2 is full of people who fake deaths or reinvented themselves. Dodge disappears, Sadie goes to South America, Charles heads west, John literally pretends to be dead to escape the government. Rockstar has a pattern here. Even in the GTA 5, Michael faked his death himself. So let's say Arthur survives. Maybe someone finds him after the fall, maybe they nurse him back to health, and together they vanish into the west. They lay low, change names, and Arthur finally lives the life he always wanted. Quiet, peaceful, far from violence. Just like now, imagine Arthur has a family, gets married again, has kids, becomes a man of the land. Maybe he tells stories to his children not as confessions but as cautionary tales. Just like Chris. And those stories become legends passed down through the generations. Jason, 100 years later, could be a product of that legacy. Someone born into struggle, carrying the same instincts, the same distrust of authority, and the same internal conflict between violence and morality. You can already see the parallels. Arthur was a man torn between loyalty and survival. Jason looks like he's walking the same tightrope. In the trailers, he seems quiet but intense, protective but dangerous. He's not your average GTA protagonist who just wants money or chaos. There's something deeper there, something inherited. And let's not forget Rockstar's writing style. They love connecting things subtly across games. These universes are more connected than what we think. So if Rockstar wanted to tie Red Dead and GTA together without being obvious, what better way than with Legacy, Bloodlines? And let's use one of the God of War 2018 soundtrack's names here. Echoes of the Past. Now here's where it gets even wilder. Think about what America looks like in GTA 6. The state of Launido is clearly based on Florida. But what do we see in the trailers? Corruption, police brutality, economic struggle, and chaos. The same themes that Arthur fought against in Red Dead, just modernized. Jason and Lucia in many ways are just a modern day version of Arthur and John. Outlaws push into crime by a system rigged against them. Arthur wanted freedom, so does Jason. Arthur was betrayed by the people he trusted. Jason might go through the same thing. If Rockstar wanted to show us that history repeats itself, this would be the perfect way to do it. Now you might be thinking, okay. Even if Jason is a descendant, why does it matter? Because it adds weight. GTA has always been known for chaos, satire, and over-top action. But Red Dead added something else to Rockstar brand: heart, emotion, and character depth. If Jason really is part of Arthur's legacy, it means GTA 6 won't just be about robbing banks and stealing cars. It means we might be getting the most emotional GTA story ever told. And think about what that could lead to. Imagine if Jason finds something that belonged to Arthur. An old letter, a revolver, a journal page, a tiny Easter egg that fans lose their minds over. Rockstar has done this before. They love putting clues in one game that reference another. Rockstar doesn't waste details. If they wanted to make a connection, they could do it in a heartbeat. And from a business standpoint, it's genius. You get Red Dead fans excited for GTA. You get GTA fans curious about Red Dead. It unites the fandoms, expands the lores, and builds hype like nothing else. But let me play devil's advocate for a second. Let's say Rockstar doesn't make this official. Let's say it's all just subtle, just vibes. Even then, this theory still holds power, because whether it's canon or not, the spiritual connection is there. Jason feels like Arthur's modern day echo, and that might be the point. Maybe Rockstar isn't trying to say Jason is Arthur's great-great-grandson. Maybe they're just showing us that the outlaw spirit never dies. That in every broken system, there will always be someone like Arthur and someone like Jason. So what if Arthur Morgan survived? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But one thing's for sure, his legacy never died. And when GTA 6 drops, we're gonna be watching Jason through a different lens. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Jason is connected to Arthur? Do you buy into this theory, or do you think it's just Rockstar messing with us again? Let me know in the comments, because I read all of them. If you like this theory and want more deep dives like it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. And until next time, peace.